All right, this is Dan Hunt with the JSKA Rochester Virtual Dojo for April 8th. Tonight we're going to work a little bit more on our using the hips and also our step throughs to improve our speed and stepping. Maybe give you a little bit more time to work on it, and then do our kata using that same principle all the way up to bus side eye. So I want to get this part of that application and getting it into our katas. Okay. So Andy Lim, you put yourself on mute, and I think everybody else is all set. Okay, looking good. All right, let's get started. All right, feet together, courtesy bow. All right, so let's get started with just the moving through stance again. So everybody put your right foot forward, kind of facing this way. So we want to go through this progression of how to get from A to B to the next step. So we talked about pressing with the back leg, extending the quad or the hamstring. So tightening the quad, pushing with the back foot, getting over this front knee. That's the first part. So ready? Just doing that part. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pushing from the hip. 5. Okay. So not this way. Okay. Now from here we're going to do the same thing here, and then we're going to squeeze from there. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now we're going to add the push of this leg while we're squeezing. So once we're already here, this leg should be able to push, and this leg should be squeezing at the same time. This way. Okay, so ready? So as you get to here, we're going to do it in 2 counts. 1. Now I want you to push and squeeze. 2. All right. 1, 2. Again. 1, 2. One more. 1, 2. All right, so now let's put them all together. So it's a push, getting over the front knee, driving with this leg. This is the most important part of it, is the driving with this leg, getting onto that early in the step. If I go this way, notice I have 0 direction that this wants to go. If I go forward, see how gravity tends to help me, as well as I have something to push on that way. If I just go center here, if I straighten this leg, I only go up and down. That's not what I want. Okay, so all 1 count, whole thing, press, push, squeeze. So your hip should get there and your foot's kind of just catching you before you fall down. Knee. Some sheep. Go. All right, good. Other side. All right, so again, pushing and getting that front knee over. 1, 2. See how much I'm moving it. So I'm here. 3. My whole hand's moving. I gotta stop doing that. So edge of the, let me see if I can get back here. Okay. 4. See how I get all the way from middle of the door to the corner. 3, 4. All right, now push and squeeze. 1, 2, 3, and 4. One more. 5. All right, now I want to push, squeeze, and then drive. So push and squeeze, drive at the same time. Itch, knee, some, she, go. All right, good. Any questions on that? Okay, we're going to use more of that in the actual katas, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time and just kind of reviewing what we had done. Okay, so now we're going to do the step back. So everybody put your left leg forward, facing this way, and I want you to do the stepping backwards. Okay, so this one here, I want you to send this hip back. Okay, and when you do that, watch my foot. Don't roll it up this way. Okay, push and squeeze up this way. Push back into this leg. Watch this leg. I'm going to sit back into it. Sit back into it. I'm going to lift. And then I'm going to get onto this leg so I can push backwards. Okay. So my job is to get back here on this side of it so I can push with this leg. Okay, ready? So let's just push back, squeeze, then push back. Come back. Push, squeeze, and back. Okay. Push, squeeze, back. So as you start to squeeze, this hip is going that way. 1, 2. All 2 counts. 1, 2. Okay, so this leg is the most important part of the being fast about it. Okay, it's pushing from here. Okay, ready? Hitch, knee, back. Hitch, knee, back. Hitch, knee, back. Hitch, knee, and back. And let's go the leg. So left leg forward this way. Okay. No, I'm sorry. Right leg forward this way. So push and back. Push and sink. Back. Push and sink. Push and sink. Now push and squeeze. Oh, already trying to go. Knee. Some. She. Go. All right, now we're going to push. Push is 1. Squeeze and push off the back leg, which is your new front leg, is 2. 1, 2, and back. 1, 2, and back. 1, 2, and back. I think one of the things you'll notice too is your back foot stays on the floor. 2, and back. 1, 2, and back. Now 1 count. It's knee, some, she, go. All right. Now let's do some Heian with this and see if we can get you guys to do it. So let's go sideways. I want to watch the knee bend, and I want to see the leg drive. Okay, so let's everybody face. Let's go this way. Okay, put your right leg forward. Okay, and back up to that side because we're going to forward first, backwards second. So not way up to the corner edge, but we're going to go that way first. All right, so stepping forward, oitsuke, jodan. Okay, so squeeze or push off the back leg, bend into the front knee, and then get on that leg and start driving with a push. And then going backwards, we got to get on your new front leg, which is your back leg now, push backwards, and then get driving. So the leg drive is the important part. Ready, here we go, lunge punch. Ich. And then agyuke, knee. Backwards. No, backwards, Andy. Switch legs, Andy Lachage. There you go, good. All right, so we're gonna go forward, oitsuke, agyuke going backwards, and on agyuke, I want you to throw that left hip rearward too for the opening of the hip. So not only the drive with the right leg to get back, but also throw the hip backwards. Ready, ich, knee, ich, knee. All right, Mima, I want you to leave your dad in the dust. I want you to go as fast as you can, okay? See if he can catch up to you. Ich. She was there just before you. Knee. Ich. Knee. Ich. Knee. Ich. Knee. Ich. Knee. Good. All right, let's go the other way. Face the other way, back up to that side. Okay, so this time let's do a oitsuki chudan and step back gedan barai. Okay, same sort of thing. Let's get that right hip move in the action as well. The right hip is going to open as you're going through center and drive rearward. All right, ready? Ich. Knee. Masa, open that hip up. Yes, there you go. Bend that back knee. 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 Thumb. Go in, Andy's, go in. Oitsuki, everybody, oitsuki, go. Shi. Go. Hook. Uh-oh, Dirk dropped. Sich. Hutch. Ku. Chia. All right, good. Any questions on moving through stance? We've done this a number of times. This is especially good to do, especially when you're in like a back stance, kokusudachi. There's a whole lot of movement you can do in that back stance to get forward, okay? To get into that next, nukite, or from here, here going, whoa. So bending in and going in. So, all right, next one we're going to do is the turning part of it with the hips engaged, okay? So, hopefully Dirk will rejoin us. All right, so we did this the other day. So let's put our right leg forward. Actually, let's put our left leg forward here. Okay, so facing this way. So all the same principles apply when I'm doing the rear turn. Okay, I'm still pushing, but I want to take this hip and bring it this way. One. Okay, let's do it again, same thing. One. So let this left hip start turning rearward. 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. Again, 1. So we're pushing out the front, sinking into the rear, but not just leaving this here. See how my belt knot's here? This is not right. I want to push and turn, and go. One more. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's change legs. Unwind the dizzy. Okay, so if you get a little dizzy, make sure you stop, take a second, walk around and then come back. Okay, I don't want you falling down. Okay, so we're going to push out the front, sink into the back, and turn the hip, and go. Okay, again, push, sink, push and turn, go. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. All right, good. So next one is just making the right hand turn or the left hand turn. This is typical in most katas. Okay, I'm going to actually do it from the right. Okay, so in this one, same thing. Turning here, and we're going to go over to our left. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Come back. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the hip leads. Notice my foot hasn't left yet. So the hip is almost there. It's already pointing here. I got just a little bit more to go, and the leg catches up. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, and the knee still moves through the center. Don't bring your feet together, and your center is here. So it's moving on the diagonal. Your feet are and your knees. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And back. 1, 2, 3. All right, change legs. Same thing. Now right leg. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Let's pick up the pace. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. All right. So with that, let's see some of your turns and see how we're doing. All right, Dirk is no longer with us. We'll have to call him, see what happened. Okay, so let's go, let's do the 180-degree turn. So everybody put your left leg that way, or yeah, left leg that way, okay? So now we're gonna turn the 180 degrees. So I want you to sink into your back leg, push off your front leg, but now use that hip to turn it, and I want you to do a down block. Okay, so you should really see your foot lag your hip, and your hip is dragging or pulling it along with a nice whip action. Okay, ready? We'll do three bumps for a few, and then eventually we'll just go to do it all in one count. So Mima, make sure you open or close your hip down and rotate rearward as you go backwards. All right, here we go. Ich, ni, some. Okay, again, come on. Ich, now go back to where you were. We're going to be right leg, or left leg forward facing this way now. Left leg forward facing this way. There you go. Do it again. Ready? Ich, ni, some. Okay, ich, ni, some. Ich, ni, some. Okay, so Mima, what I'm looking for is a pulse, 2, 3. So each time, close the hip, and then go, okay? So close the hip and push, getting onto your back leg as you go rearward, and yes, there it is, yes, that, and then turn on the third one. Ready? A couple more. Ich, ni, some. Oh, that was much better. Ich, ni, some. And last one. Ich, ni, some. Good. Switch feet. Okay, same thing. Ich, ni, some. Okay, ich, Knee. Some. Ich. Knee. Some. Ich. Knee. Some. Two more. Ich. Knee. Some. One more. Ich. Knee. Some. All right, good. So let's change legs again. Now I want you to do it. No pulsing. I just want you to go. All right. And Pete, when you do this, your front leg hip is the one that leads. Don't bring your back leg hip forward. Bring your front leg hip rearward. Yes, that. Okay. All right, here we go. Just by the count, down block. Ich. Knee. Some. She. Go. All right, good. Switch legs. Mary, could you aim to your, I guess your right? There you go. With your right leg forward. All right, here we go. Ich. Knee. Some. She. Okay, Elaine, if you can get that hip moving a little bit more. I know you've got hip issues from before, so, but if you can get it moving just a little bit more and sinking back into that back foot, that would be moving a little quicker. Go. That was better. Ich. Ich. Ku. And you. Mary, you're not quite doing it right. We're supposed to be doing a 180 turn, not a mate. Okay. All right, you'll have to catch up another, that turn, so you don't go anywhere. All right, so now we're gonna do the 90-degree turn, and we're gonna just go around in a circle, okay? And then when we come back to the top, we'll go the other way, switch legs, okay? So everybody put your left leg forward. Okay, so with the beginner class, this was deemed the left turn, right? For the work with Heian Showdown. So Andy Lim, face the front, left leg forward. There you go. Okay, so we're gonna go 90 degrees, lead with the hip. Okay, so we'll do 1, 2, 3, and then go. Ready? I'll count once, and you can just do 1, 2, 3, and go. Ich. So Andy, make it three pulses, and then go. Okay. Knee. All right, Andy, when you pulse, I want you to sink into that back leg too. Some. See how that when you sunk into it, you were able to drive forward going that way? Yeah, okay, one more. She. All right, switch legs, quick. All right, same thing going the other way. Ready. Ich. Don't forget the 3 pulses, Pete. Knee. Some. She. All right, Mima went too far. Nice. All right, so now switch feet. Let's just do with no pulse now. I want you to just make a nice quick turn. So lead with the hip, sink into your back leg and push off your front leg, squeeze into the middle, and then step out. So your hip is going to lead the foot. Ready? Ich. Knee. Some. She. There, your back foot's coming up. Go. That's better. Good. Rook. Sheech. Hutch. Okay, let's switch feet. All right, a little detail. You should be pivoting on your heel as you change. So right now, everybody's got your left leg in the back. Pivot your heel or pivot the ball of the foot forward on the heel. Okay, ready? So big turn or 90 degrees to your right now. Itch, knee, some. All right, so Pete, first thing you're doing is this. Okay, so lift from the belly up underneath instead of bending at the waist, okay? Some. Go. Hook. Sitch. Hutch. All right, good, yummy. All right, any questions? Everybody got it? Anybody struggling with it? Okay, so one of the things about sport in general, okay, or we'll call it athleticism, not necessarily sport, is the ability to explode the muscles. So if everything just becomes this gradual movement, then you're kind of doing Tai Chi, you know, things like that are yoga, very slow and meticulous. But with what we need to do, last person there to the fight is probably the one that's getting hit. So you need to be able to move as quickly as you can. The other part of it is if you can impart some of your energy into your opponent with your movement, the more speed you have in the turn, which is angular momentum and linear momentum, if you can get more of that, then you have more energy that you can impart into your opponent and maybe take them with less number of techniques. Okay. All right, get your drink of water and we'll come back and do some kata, all right?
Sensei.
Yes.
Quick question on the 90-degree one.
Yes.
Your feet don't come together, but your upper legs.
Your knees squeeze, but they don't necessarily come back to each other because your center is forward of your back leg, right?
Yeah.
So only move it halfway back. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Does that make sense? So it's kind of going that general rule of move through center, but if you move past center, now you're actually just standing up, and then you're falling in. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Good.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go with some hand showdown. All right, so the first one, I want you to use the pulse on every technique. Use the pulse, the 1, 2, 3, and then go, okay? Even if it's a oitsuki, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so even rising block. So rising block stepping forward, you're going to have 1, this hip is going to turn, 2, 3. Okay, so you're going to add the hip when you do the rising block because there's hips involved to get to the rising block. Okay, so even on the down blocks, the twisting, okay, 90 degrees or 180 degrees, use the hip. So each time make the 3 pulses and then move into the next technique. All right, ready, hand showdown. Hitch, knee, some, she, don't need a pulse, go, hitch, itch, knee, thumb, right? Here's one, the left hip leads, itch, knee, get on that left leg, thumb, she, go, itch, itch, knee, right? Big turn, so left hip, itch, knee, thumb, right hip leads, she, bending in, yummy, and bow, close. All right, I think our legs are going to be talking to us tomorrow with all that bending and so on. All right, so I want to see you guys go through Hand Showdown with that in mind. All right, now I don't want the 3 pulses, I just want you to go. But using the same principle. So lead with the hip, lead with the little bend of the knee. Okay, try and get there as fast as you can. Breathe very quick. See if you can keep up with your breath, which is probably a lot faster than your step. All right, ready? Itch, knee, thump, she, and go with a lunge punch. Dirk, sorry. Should have tied those together. Itch, knee, thumb, she, itch, knee, thump, she, go, itch, knee, thumb. All right, Mary, you got just a little lean going forward. A little lean forward. Tuck it underneath some more. That's better. Good. Itch. All right, Mima, I like that you move so fast. You're a little off balance. That's good. Now catch your balance on the next one. Knee. Thumb. She. Yummy. All right, yummy. All right, so one thing about the big 270-degree turn that I've found over my many years here is that this needs to turn into linear momentum, not angular momentum. Because if you're angular, it's going to have a tendency to take you one way or the other because it's all moving in this direction. Whereas it's very easy for me to stop this way. But if I try and go this way, I'll get knocked over because this foot is not geared to stopping me this way. So in order to do that, let's see if I can take it from here. In order to do that, I need to do my turn early and then step linearly, okay? So from here, I'm going to do my turn early and then step linearly, okay? Rather than from here, having this big circle this way, okay? Very difficult to stop with just the side of my foot. Very easy to stop with the quad going this way. Very difficult to go this way. So as everybody put your, let's see, put your left leg this way. And we're going to work toward the front. So I want to take this leg, this hip, bring it around, and I want to pivot on the heel again, get to here, then step out straight. Okay, ready? So we're going to squeeze it in just enough to get to facing that way toward the screen. And then we're going to step straight up. Itch. And come back. Knee. Some. Two more. She. Last one. Go. Okay, so the more you have energy going this way, the more likely it is you're going to have a little stumble. All right, so try and get that so that it turns linear at the very end from the squeeze and the turn to the step out. Make that linear. Okay, let's go. Heian, Nita. All right, so this one has a lot of koksudachis. So we're going to bend into every one of those koksudachis. So you're getting a good leg workout today. All right, so every one of those koksudachis, we're bending in and getting ready to go into the next one. So this one here is a direct hip. So left hip is dropping. Itch. 1, 2, 3. Knee thump. Now the right hip's going to drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now left hip is going to come forward. 1, 2, 3. Itch. Now 1. Take your time. 2. Go the full length. 3. Then 1. Full length. 2. Getting over that leg. 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Wait, or nukite. Okay, big hip turn. The same thing. Need to turn and then step linearly at the end. Itch. Knee, bend, bend, and step. Itch. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, I didn't squeeze in that time. Come back to the 45. Let you have another try at that one since I didn't get a good try at that one. So that one again, bring it in, turn, and then step linearly. 1, 2, 3. Then bend, bend, step. Okay, now this one is the left hip is moving. 1, 2, 3. Now my giddy. So we're bending, bending, and kick. Bending, bend, uchuki. Bending, bending, kick. Bending, bending. Okay, big turn, left hip. Get linear on the end. And bending, bending, reach. Hip, 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 bending, bending, rising block. All right, good, yummy. Close. All right, let's see you guys. We'll go you all, since we have a pretty good mix of ladies and gentlemen. All right, so no pulsing. Let's just do the big hip rotations, okay? All right, here we go. Hey, I need that. It's neat. Some sheet. It's neat. Some sheet. Gorak hitch. There you go. Yes. Hitch. Bend that knee. Knee. Bend that knee. Some. Bend that knee. Go. Good. Itch. Big hip. Itch. Elaine, you got the rotational momentum down that one, didn't you? Knee. All right, here's another chance to do it. Some. So more linear at the end. There you go, much better. She. Now the left hip moves. Go. Close. It's neat. Some. It's neat. Go. All right, Pete, you're ahead of us. Should be at Maroteuke. And same with Andy Lachaz. There you go. All right, here we go. Big down block. So moving the left hip. Itch. Knee. Bend into that front knee. Go right hip. Rock. Good, you may. All right. Getting there. Any questions so far on doing that? Are you finding that you can do it and it feels like you're going faster? Yes, no, anybody? All right, Elaine's got the thumbs up. Okay. All right, let's go do it with Heian Sandan. Okay. All right, so I think you got the hang of it. Let's see if we can put our brain into the mode of doing what we just talked about doing. So every one of these Heian Sandan moves, let's do it. I'll do the count and then we'll let you go on your own. Ready? Itch, knee some. Itch, knee some. Itch, knee some. She. Go. Hook. Sit. Itch. Now this one here, you got to pivot on the ball. Pivot on the ball and bend in. Go. Itch. Yeah, and ball. Okay. Why pivot on the ball? What's the general rule? Anyone?
What would give you the inner tension in your leg?
Yeah. So if you just pivot on the heel, your toes are going away, which means your leg is moving away from the other leg. So that's why you pivot on the ball. Okay, let's see you do your own pace and see if you can get the hip action going and the bending in the knees. Okay, ready? Hajime. All right, so Marion Dirk, Andy Lasage just finished like 4 seconds ago. So you're a little bit fast in your tempo, okay? So moving fast is important. He's moving really fast, but he's also creating the, the tempo, the kata that is like the count that I did. So you guys are kind of just, seems like you're running it through each other, like each of the techniques kind of running into each other. So try and make a little bit more focus, stop points when it's supposed to be separate, okay? All right, let's do Heian Yondan. All right, so pay attention to my tempo. I'm going to count the way you should actually do it without a count. Itch. Knee. Some. She. Go. Go. Hitch hot. Two. Right. Hitch. Knees. Thump. She. Go. Hook. Hitch. Hutch. Hey. Hitch. Yeah, man. About. Okay, so this one has a lot of back stances too to really bend into. Okay, if you're not a little bit out of breath, you're probably not bending into those knees very, very well. All right, so let's go and see what we got here. All right, Heian Yondan. Begin. All right, Dirk, that was a much better pace. Mary, but much better pace. You all ended about the same time, so that was good. All right, any questions on Heian Yondan or concept we're trying to work on here? Mary, look like on your shutos or your marote ukes, your hips were way open. So you got to get that front hip, remember, dropped and sunk in, and the belt not 45 degrees instead of open more to 90. Okay. All right. Hand Godan. All right. So this one has blinding speed in the feet or in the hands, but also very fast speed in the feet. Ready. It's knee. Some. She. Go. Rook. Hitch. Hot. Hitch. Hitch. E. Some. She go. Hook. Hitch. Hitch. Push in. Now bring the left hip back. Hitch. Yeah, man. Okay. That one's one of my favorite katas to do. Just seems to suit me. All right, here we go. Hand Godan. Hajime. All right, Pete, you're going a little fast. You're going into Heian Yondan now. Pete, you're doing Heian Yondan. Okay, you can't hear me. All right. So go back to the Marote Uke at the top. No, the Marote Uke at the top. No. Okay, we'll start over. Let's do it again for Pete. All right, you think you can do it with us this time, Pete? All right, we hope so. See, this is why we do these things. Training is training, right? All right, all together. Try and stay with me in my tempo. Okay, Heian Godan. Hajime. Hey. Horse. All right, was that better, Pete? right, somebody popped off of mute. Oh, Andy did. Okay. All right, we've got about 10 minutes left. Masa, do you have any requests for redo of those kata or another kata you'd like to work on?
I thought we are going Basaidai. If so, I'm okay with that.
Okay, all right, let's do Basaidai then.
Or, yeah.
What was the other one you were thinking?
But if I redo Showdown to 5, go down, probably go down.
Okay, we'll tell you what, why don't we do all hand katas? So hand 1 through 5. Okay, when you're done with number 1, stop for a moment, bow, come back, announce again, hand Nidan, go on to the next. Okay, using all those same principles, your legs are going to be total rubber by the end of it, but that's great. That means you're working it, okay? All right, so start from hand Showdown and work your way up to hand Godan. Now, I want to caution those Speedy Gonzalez guys and gals. Okay, get your tempo right. Try not to rush through it, okay? We're trying to build good, strong techniques that can be used individually without having to add more to it, okay? So each technique should be enough to end the fight. All right, here we go. All the way to hand Godan. Hajime. Hey. Hey. Yeah, Nita. Hey. Hey. Yeah, Sana. Hey. Hey. And Yona. Hey. Hey. And Godan. Hey. Hey. All right. All right, take a walk around the room one time. Catch your breath. All right, so now I want you to do your favorite kata, whatever that is. You all right, Elaine? You okay? Okay. Don't make me call 911. I will. Okay.
No, Kurt's sitting right here.
Okay, good. All right, so your favorite kata, whatever one that is, it can be Heian 1 through 5, or you can do any kata kind of near your rank, okay? All right. Yoi. All right, so same principles we were working on. Bend into those knees. Get those hips involved in the rotation. Okay, get the hips involved in the step forward too if you need it. All right. Hajime. All right, we got 2 more that are nearly done. All right. I think we're going to end it on that. I think I worked you good tonight. All right, everybody come back, turn your mute off.
Great workout.
Okay, hopefully you got a good workout. My legs are a little tired right now too. Yeah, I started the class with a little bit of a hitch in my ankle, my left ankle for some reason. You know, one of those getting old things. I was walking, all of a sudden it goes click, and then the rest of the day I was a little tender. So this helped. I'm not feeling it now. That or I will feel it later, one or the other. So it's hard to say. Okay, so I'm going to send out a note later today. Saturday looks like a pretty nice day, but I'm a little, I want to let you guys decide if you want to come out in person. Okay, I know there's a little bit of a spike going on, the COVID things going on this last like 3 weeks. And I'm not that concerned about it, but if you guys are, I'm okay with continuing to do a Zoom for a little bit more. So I'm going to send a note if we get a large contingent that would still like to do in person. We're still going to do what we do. We keep apart, we wear our masks when we get together. I will also use the Zoom on the court again. I thought that worked out pretty good. Andy, you thought it was pretty decent, right? So we'll do the same thing. We'll probably pick one of the advanced katas from Miho's group of Nidan, and probably something from Sandan. So I'll see if either of those, Mary or Miho, want to give a suggestion on what they want to work on. Okay. All right. So let me know if you want to get together on Saturday live, or we can. We have a vast majority that are a little bit shy about it this week. I'm okay with that. We'll do Zoom. Okay.
Thank you, Sensei.
Excellent. All right. Have a good night.
Thank you, Sensei.
You.